Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Ken Boggle. I'm so excited that you could be here. Thank you for watching. It's Coffee with Ken Boggle, a production of Vidi Space, filmed live at Ken Boggle's Mystical Emporium. So thank you so much for joining me. I want to say good morning to everybody in the chat room. Say good morning back. It's Miss Kim Ford Johnson. Hey, Mama. I've got Miss Averill. Averill, good morning to you. Miss Jennifer Marie. Readings for people in the for people who are watching at home. So yeah, come in, get your cup of coffee. I've got mine here. I hope you've got yours. Clink. Here's to another week. Oh, I fucked the camera up. Okay, perfect. Okay, live entertainment, babe. Only the best. Yes, it's 2021, boo. 2021. Yes, 2020 was a year of perfect vision. I got to see a lot of you bastards clearly. Yeah, and you got to see me clearly, and hopefully you like what you saw. I liked what I saw. So, well, for the most part, if I didn't, I no longer follow you. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, it's a new year. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm so excited to tell you about like what's happening already this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody in here, get everybody to say hello. Then we're going to catch up with Ken Boggle, do a little bit of ego pleasing, just a little bit of chat about your buddy. And then we'll get cracking. We're going to do readings from questions that you all write in the comment sections, whether you're on Vidi Space app, which, by the way, thank you for doing that. Vidi Space is actually running a deal right now. Check our social media on Vidi Space. You can actually get your subscription at a really reduced rate right now. Today's actually the last day. Go get that Vidi Space subscription, as it supports content creators like myself and other people who are far more talented than myself. So anyway, yeah, let's catch up and do that thing. Then we'll do the readings, and then I'm going to do a tarot weekly forecast. What I do is I take a card for each day of next week. I tell you what the card is, what's going to happen, and then I'm going to tell you how to make the best of it. So if it's terrible, we'll make it terrific. If it's fine, we'll make it fabulous. So yeah, real quick, 2021 shaping up to be a wonderful, wonderful year. I can't really say too much about what's going on in my personal life just because it's a little wobbly right now. But it's shaping up to be pretty fantastic. The book's coming along great. I finished another chapter this week. I think this chapter was the star. And what's so bizarre about it is that, like, in writing the chapter, I jarred a memory loose that I hadn't had since 1998. Like, it's something shook. And it was like, oh, you have this whole memory that you totally forgot. That's what, drinking and other behaviors will do for you, kids. Don't misbehave. It'll take your memories. Anyway, I pumped one out. Fantastic. It was so good. I actually included my girlfriend and executive producer and co-creator of Vidi Space, Elizabeth Saint. I actually included her in this last chapter. And just before the show started, before this show right here, I had a chance to ask her for something that I've been waiting to ask her for a hot minute. After much thought and consideration, I've asked Elizabeth Saint to write the foreword of my book. And she said yes. How fantastic is that? So hot. So hot. Good morning, Amy Rucker. Good morning, Jennifer. Oh, Kathy. Oh, Kathy Fox. How are you, gorgeous? So good to see you, Kathy Fox. And then there's Piper Boy Williams. What was the memory? Read the book. It was super good, babe. Super good memory. I had shoved it somewhere in the recesses of my rambling mind. But it was an exceptional thing that happened to me when I was really, really young and trying out for community theater. So yeah, it was a whole thing. So anyway, book's going along great. Elizabeth Saint's going to write my foreword. So basically, I'm done. Right? Everybody have a great day. We'll see you next week. I'm finished. Right? I'm just kidding, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome to be that close to being finished with the book and already having a copywriting editor put together, and then having Elizabeth Saint agree to do the foreword. Pretty awesome. I was thinking about my other friends, Dustin Perry and um, Grant Wilson and all these other folks that have been so unbelievably kind to me over the years. And have loved and groomed me and promoted me and all these things. And Elizabeth Saint has done all of that, but she and I have cultivated some kind of a really interesting relationship. So I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled that I'm going to be able to have her do the foreword. Honored, really. Thrilled's not the word. The word's honored. Get it together. I want to say a special thank you for watching to my friend Celery Jones. Celery Jones is right now in Seattle, Washington. She's with these fellas, Jeremy and David, super cute guys. From what I saw quickly this morning on a video that they shared, they've stayed up and decided to watch Coffee with Ken Boggle. So thank you very much. Shout out to Celery Jones in Seattle. Said she may come spend her birthday weekend with me here at Ken Boggle's Mystical Emporium. So I'm stoked about that. Good morning, Christina Reed Dibble, Mike Archer, who's a fantastic guy. He's wonderful. He and my good buddy, Lindsay Rutledge, such good people. Yeah. Cameron Flynn, congrats on the book. Wishing you all the best of luck. Lover, please keep doing that. Keep giving me those good vibes because I, like everybody else, need them. What else happened? We had the holidays. How was your Christmas? I took last week off, so I didn't get to ask you. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Talk about it in the comment section below. Meanwhile, I am going to have another sip of coffee. Good morning, bitches. Jesus, what a week. Did you all do anything fun for the holidays? Did you do anything at all? Oh, Miss Joanne Modest. Hello, Joe. Joe, my lover. I had a pretty good holiday. I spent Christmas Eve with Mama Kim and the family. Mama Kim is my personal assistant. She's also the head of catering for Ken Boggle's Mystical Emporium. She's also going to be production assistant for season 3 because she feeds us and does waivers and agreements and all these other like paperwork things. She helps line everything up. Kim Ford Johnson at Kim's Cakes and Catering in Frankfort, Kentucky. She does it all. Anyway, her daughter, Mackenzie, sister from another mister, she also helps do a lot of the catering things and private parties and functionings that we have. Functions, not functionings, functions. More coffee is needed. So she does all that with us. And then my brother from another mother, who is Mama Kim, her son Adam. Adam is actually head of my security when I go to do public events and when I have private events that we have sort of concerns about and things like that. He is here. Even when we don't have concerns, Adam is here. Anyway, Adam's basically my brother. Mackenzie's basically my sister. Let me show you what they gave me. Let me show you what they gave me. I'm not sure if you can read that. Maybe. Right? So it says, my brother, Mackenzie bought this for me for Christmas. My brother. Adam has one that says my brother. And then Mackenzie says my brother's keeper. I know, right? The whole room went, oh, it's super great. Probably one of my favorite gifts. But I was gifted so much. Oil paints. I was gifted socks and clothes, a whole suit. Adam and Mama Kim went together and bought a whole new suit for Ken Boggle. So she's a little tight in certain places. The new suit's a little tight in places, but we're working on it. We have reasons to get up out of bed and work out now. Yep, absolutely. Am I focused? Am I? Fuck it. Who cares? Good morning. Good morning, Mark Williams. I'm starting my own Scare Midnight Fest event. Good morning, Mark. Lovely. I love that. Amy Rucker, so she's sending some hearts there, which is fantastic. And yeah, Erin Knight Rogers. Now, Erin Knight Rogers, I've been knowing. She's a client, or she was a client of mine at Touche. She was a client of Anthony's, who is an exceptional cosmetologist. Anthony is a great cosmetologist. She's his client, but I fell in love with her. Now we're buddies. Good morning, babe. Good morning. Terry Craig says that for Christmas, it was just me and Albert for Christmas. No family, ... It was wonderful. Say what you want to, but thank you, quarantine, for not making me have to deal with people I don't like. Now, normally for Christmas, I don't really celebrate Christmas because I'm Buddhist. I think that although I have Christian prayers and I've lived my life as a Christian and I have Christian morals, ethics, values, and I maintain Christian prayers and all kinds of things. However, I don't believe that Christmas is a thing that you should go all out for. I think Christmas is a time where you bust your ass to take care of people who are in need. I think Christmas is the time that you step out of your own comfort zone and extend yourself towards somebody who needs it, somebody who needs clothes, somebody who needs toys, somebody who needs food. That to me is Christmas, and I'm doing that all year round, all year round. So for me, Christmas is like get together and eat with your family and celebrate family and that love. I don't really, I'm not into like ripping presents open and being all that. That's not really my gig. I have Christmas in here, and that's the most important part. Christmas in your heart's what matters. And if you can live that way all year round, then cheers, bitch. Watsika says, yes, instead of 10 youngins under one roof, we had 3. Praise God. 10 children? My, you've been busy. You've been busy, Watsika. Yes. Anyway, Erin Knight Rogers says that she agrees. Christmas is an emotion. It is an emotion, and it's lovely. Now, New Year's happened. I didn't do a whole lot for New Year's. On New Year's Eve, I chanted and prayed and meditated for hours throughout the day. I cleaned the Mystical Emporium and got it ready for guests that would be coming in February. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I may or may not be flirting with this really attractive guy. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Anyway, so New Year's Day happened, and it was just like one blessing after the other. Just like all kinds of really great things were happening, but also some weird stuff. Just things that I thought were long since gone, like my desire to, I don't know, want to have a relationship, my desire of wanting to share my bed. I have no desire to share my bed. I have a king size bed up there, and I'm in it like a starfish. Like I'm like, rah, like I'm up there in the wrapped up in the sheets, protecting my bed. It's a king size bed. I'm a big old boy, but like, I like a king-size bed, and I, for the longest time, really didn't think that I wanted to share my bed with anybody else. I really didn't, but, things change. Maybe things change. We'll see. Yeah, Mike Archer saw the tweets about it. So if you aren't following me on Twitter, maybe you should. Of course, the handle's at Ken Boggle. What else happened? So let's talk, last week. Let's talk about last week. Now, last week, I had done Christmas and Christmas Eve with everybody. I had a huge family issue that I was roped into. It was incredibly scary and really intense. And this was Saturday night. So Saturday night of last week, I decided to go out. I went out and I had a lovely dinner. There's a place here in Frankfurt called Serafini. The manager / bartender there, Carlos, took really good care of me. You all saw the pictures on Facebook, I'm sure. I just sat down and had a lovely dinner. I had some fried oysters. I had chicken parm. I had caramel cheesecake. It was so good. But I needed to do something for myself because, like, I haven't been really doing all that much for myself other than just trying to make it. I kind of had a lot of things happening all at once. I had the disillusion of a relationship, a disillusion of my desire of ever wanting to have a relationship. I really am very turned off about the idea, or was up until last week. So this has been a really weird, interesting thing where you added in the family business, you added in a huge chunk of loneliness. I've been feeling pretty lonely. And all kinds of other things that were happening. And Sunday morning came. It was like 7:30. I woke up and I wrote Elizabeth Saint and said, hey, is it okay if we don't today? And she said, yeah, it's okay if we don't. Hold on, and I'll put some like post out there, Coffee with Ken Boggle back next week, the 3rd of January. She said, I'll get back with you when I'm done. And so she did that. And then she did get back with me. And basically, my home skillet said, okay, what's up? Because Elizabeth knows that the last thing I'm going to do is not do this. She knows that, like, this is one of my favorite things to do, that you're my favorite people. You're one of the biggest priorities in my life. You actually are the priority in my life. And so she said, what's up? And I didn't go into details with her, but I just said basically, look, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to contribute to the narrative of the society for this week. I don't really have much guidance for myself. How can I possibly give guidance to anyone else? And Elizabeth basically said, tough, you're Ken Boggle. And even if you have nothing to say, you need to go on anyway and say why you have nothing to say. What are you feeling? And I'm basically like, well, who would be interested in that? And she's basically like, well, everybody knows that you're Ken Boggle, and we all expect honesty out of you, and we expect realness out of you. And it's about time that, you gave them that. So things have been kind of rough. We've all gone through it. What has sort of happened here is that we've had a huge shift cosmically. We've had a massive shift astronomically. And we have crossed we've crossed into a new age, a new world, a new way of thinking, right? We've crossed into a place of humanitarianism and care and love. But we have to clean up all the bullshit that happened in 2020. You know what I'm saying? We had to clean up all that nasty filth that happened. We had to clear away all that. We had to take ourselves all that. We have to clean up that mess. That's really going to take us until January, February, March, because we've had a consistent cycle of disappointment for years now, and we're all fucking exhausted, and we're all really, really tired of it. So now we gotta clean up the mess. Things are going to get better, but I, like you, have had some struggles, and I'm really glad that you are allowing me to kind of talk about it. And I'm really glad that you are allowed me to have next week off. There's even more people in the chat room right now this week than there were the week before last. So you all are supporting me and loving me, and I fucking love you too. Yeah, so we're going to do readings. We're going to do a tarot weekly forecast, but I want to tell you about what happened last night. Oh, shit. Let's tell you what happened last night. Some really good friends of mine invited me to their home. We were very COVID conscious. The both of them get tested for COVID twice a week. I got tested this week. Everybody was negative. We still stayed somewhat socially distant. But it was my really good friends, Mark and Andy. And I hadn't really hung out with Andy I've never hung out with Andy in that way. They invited me to their house, cooked dinner. We had it was so good, Swedish meatballs with this really great, like, beefy cream sauce and these gorgeous mashed potatoes. They had some lumps in them and some skin in them. So, like, they were like Irish style, super good. And then it's grilled asparagus. Now, looking at your boy, you know very well that I don't eat a whole lot of grilled asparagus. I mean, let's be honest. I don't. But it was delicious. He put a balsamic reduction on that. Oh, God, it was so good. I think we went through about 3 bottles of champagne between us and then 2 bottles of white wine. I may or may not still be intoxicated. Either way, it's going to be fun. Elizabeth Stone, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, Terry DeMarie. And yes, Miss Celery Jones. Yeah, anywho, point being, I'm stupid, stoked over the evening I had. I actually slept there because I don't like drinking and driving. I slept there. It's about 45 minutes away. I got up this morning at 6, hit the snooze button till 6:05, 6:10, snooze till 6:15. Then I fell asleep without hitting the snooze button, and then just like crackhead woke up at like 6:29. It was like, holy shit, I have to be in Frankfurt because there's a show to do. So I, loaded up in the car, boom, down the road. I didn't even change clothes. I did brush my teeth. I did put on some concealer, and I put some eyebrows on, which is not bad. I was saying to Celery, I love this one. This one can fuck off, but this one looks pretty great. So yeah, it's been a full morning already, and I'm stoked. I feel good about the day. I had a wonderful evening. I got to be with people that I have loved for a very long time, and I got to have wonderful, great memories. We danced, we laughed, we poked fun at each other, took the piss out of each other. It was amazing. It was just amazing. And sorry for all the people who don't know about me, Ken Boggle on Coffee with Ken. I'm a pretty foul-mouthed individual. Celery Jones, I hope you were here for the initial gushing. I was just telling everybody about how stoked I am that you are watching me live from Seattle this week, you and Jeremy and David, those good-looking fellas. Very grateful that you're doing that. Celery Jones is probably one of the most creative people I know. But she's not creative for the sake of being creative. She's creative because that's her path. Like there's nothing else Celery Jones can do except for be entertaining, creative, and lovely. That's basically all she can do. And it's sort of in the way that all I can really do is be entertaining and read tarot cards. Celery's probably just, she's phenomenal. We were having a tarot card reading on online. I was on Facebook Messenger or something, and she had been sick and she didn't want to get me sick. So we decided to do it online, and she shows up at like 11 o'clock in the morning. She has her hair all coiffed, all beautiful, you know, and she's full face makeup. She's got this like lovely sequins, like evening ball gown on, and she's just living her life. And I'm like, you gotta be the most amazing person I know. Like, Celery Jones, I love you so much. I love you so much. And I'm stoked. She said she may come spend her birthday weekend with me in April and bring these boys with her. My friend Sarah Began says, Celery Jones is a hoot. Met her once, but loved her. Celery is that way. You meet Celery Jones once and it'll change your life. So yeah, we're all caught up. What do you say? Should we get started with some readings? Would you all like to ask questions? Let's do that. Let's do that. So here's kind of the rules. In the comment section below, whether you're on VideoSpace or Facebook or you're on YouTube, you can type in the comment section below, ask questions about work, family, money, relationships, stresses that you're undergoing. If you want spirit guide messages, I can do that, but we won't be doing spirit mediumship questions. I just think that there's something kind of not right about popping up on Facebook and streaming platforms at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday to kind of do that. I don't know. If you would rather have a reading like that, go to tarotbyken.com and fill out the booking contact form, and I'll be in touch as soon as I receive it. So yes, okay. If you have questions, start typing them. Don't be bashful. If you've asked questions before, ask another one. Nobody here's going to be mad at you. But the other rule to that is it's important that when people do stand up and ask questions or they share their issues with us, that everybody in the Ken Boggle bubble gives them some love and some kindness, because it's not easy to share your issues on social media, nor is it easy for a complete stranger to take a deck of cards and just talk about those issues openly with you online. That takes courage. So, all right, type those questions in. Looks like we have one. Let's see here. Oh, we have Artistry Management. Everyone say hello to Artistry Management. They're in the chat room there. Artistry Management is fantastic. They're my UK management. Flawless people. Janie Rawlinson, whom I love. She's so posh and fabulous. I'm so in love with her. Okay, let's look at Sarah Peterson. Sarah Peterson wants to know if there's any spirit guide messages for her. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Big relationship. That Jessica Ballard question, that's a good question. Jessica Ballard, that's a fabulous question. I want to answer that for you. Big relationship boundary set this week. Not yet. We're gonna do spirit guide messages for Sarah Peterson, and then we're gonna get to that one. That was a good question. Okay, here we go. Spirit guide messages for Miss Peterson. Let's see what she's got. Get ready, kids. I'm about to lay it on you. Gonna lay it on you. Lay it on you. Ooh-hoo. Look at Miss Sarah. Sarah's tricky though. Sarah Peterson. Okay, look, love her. First things first, Spirit God says, we love the way you present yourself to other people. We love that you're joyful. We love that you're light. We love that you're positive to the best of your ability. We love that you do your best to make others feel the same. So don't change that. That's fabulous. You know, actually amplify it. If anything, amplify it. More consistently be that person, because that's exactly what we need in the world today. We need more people who are willing to look at the bright side, to share the bright side with others, and to reach into others' lives and pull them out of their darkness and bring them back to the light, even if just for a little while. That is what we have got to start doing. We've got to start taking care of each other. So, Sarah, don't stop doing that. The other card suggests that you probably have a very old spirit. So it's important for you to get rest when you need it. I would love to do a past life reading for you at some point, Sarah. Not today, but at some point. You do overthink things way too much, babe. You overthink things way too much. Now, I love that you kind of foster and nurture clear thinking and problem solving and troubleshooting in people around you, but you kind of sit with it longer than everybody else does. You have a terribly generous spirit. Look at that. 6 of Cups for Sarah Peterson. My gosh. This is a redistribution of wealth that's symbolized in charity, giving, and love. The people in need here are asking this gentleman, who is clearly dressed fabulously, if he would mind sharing the wealth, and of course he does. So that's the kind of person Sarah is, which means she's my kind of people too. I love that about you. For the most part, you got to really make sure you're keeping your emotional cups full. You have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself before you're caring for others. Something I got to work on too, something I think we all need to work on. You can't really pour from an empty cup. Obviously, that's like logical, especially when you've given the last drop, which I feel like we've all given the last drop lately. However, it's important for you to constantly refill those cups. And it's important for you to put boundaries. It seems like that's the word today, boundaries. It's important for you to put a limit to how much others can take from you. It's important to set boundaries so that you are balanced. You need boundaries to be balanced. You're giving way too much to people, and they're not even close to giving it back to you. Sarah says, yes, I always have. I'm a nurse, so I try to treat people the way I would like to be treated. And it's a cliched saying, you know, do unto others. Of course, it's from that great book, the Bible, right? Do unto others. But very few people live that way, which is kind of fucked. So let's go and change that if we could. I'm really dropping that F-bomb today, Elizabeth. I hope you don't mind. We're going to have to get like a bleep feature for me or something like that. But yeah, Sarah Peterson, you're doing things the right way. You're on the right path. Don't change who you are. Amplify who you are. But certainly put in place some boundaries that make it easier for you to maintain some happiness for yourself. Also, once again, good advice I need for myself. Good advice that I need for myself. Because you can get a hold of my punk ass any time of day. You message me. My phone number's online. Now you can come live with me for a while. I'm doing the most. The most. All right. Iris Dean Stumbo. Iris Stumbo says, new, exciting relationship. First man I really liked since my fiance passed. Oh, love her. I'm sorry to hear that. Losing a fiance it's tough. Is the new guy the one? Is the new guy the one? Let me tell you about being the one. It doesn't exist. The one doesn't exist. If they do exist, the odds of you ending up with them are very low. Very low. I mean, yeah, you're here to have good times and you're here to have coffee and you're here to have fun, but you're here for some truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Relationships are suffering. Now, press pause. Iris, I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to that question right there. I'm going to do it. But first, I just want to kind of talk. Relationships are suffering. Relationships are an attachment that is not absolutely essential to the survival of your human vehicle. It is essential for the nature of us, our spiritual selves, our emotional selves, because we're pack animals, really, for the most part. But the reality is either you're in a relationship and you don't want to be, you're in a relationship and you'd rather that relationship be with someone else, or you're in a relationship and they leave you and you're heartbroken, or you are married for a million years and they die and they leave you alone. It is heartbreaking. Um, I know that it sounds bitter and I know that it sounds intense and I know that it sounds sort of not Hallmark Channel to say that, but relationships are suffering. If you think that finding the one is going to be the thing that makes you happy, try. Absolutely try. Just go forward in every single relationship knowing that this is an attachment that will lead to suffering. Now, whether you are one who wants to suffer all that there must be suffered in order to have a fabulous relationship, or you just say, forget it, I don't want it, that's up to you. I myself am not really keen on having a relationship where I'm completely and totally enveloped by someone else. I know that no one else can complete me but me. I know that no one's going to make me happy but me. There have been many amazing men who have tried and they've all failed. It's because no one can complete us but us. If you aren't happy alone with yourself, you will never, ever be happy with someone else. But let's take a look at what Miss Iris says. I'm not going to ask, is he the one? Because again, the odds of finding the one in billions of people is fucking ridiculous. But we can ask the tarot cards, is he the right guy for you? You know, is he the right guy for you? So let's get cracking. Miss Iris Dumbo, she's in a new relationship. She wants to know, is her new guy the right guy? Sarah Bagan says in the comment section, suffering is love, love is suffering. It's true. It's absolutely true. All right, Iris, here we go, my love. Have to focus that energy. I'm wild today. I don't think that he's close to being the one. I don't think he's close to being the one. I think he's the one for right now and maybe for a longer period of time. But the things that you will go through together are complicated and very deep. What I encourage you to do in this relationship is go ahead and get real. Knock off all the butterflies and unicorns and fucking candy canes of joy. That's not really where you're going to be heading toward. You're going to be heading toward a nitty gritty relationship, like the nitty gritty relationship. This is like for better or for worse. This is some marriage stuff, meaning if you will stay by me through the worst of the worst, I will do the same for you. That's basically what you're looking at. It's not going to be a big dramatic love affair that's just, you know, roses and sunflowers. It's going to take actual effort from the both of you, Iris, and it's going to take a commitment to each other. When you do get married and you make those vows of for better or for worse, you better make damn sure he means it, because men will punk out. Men will punk out. They will well, men are terrible. I've been one now for 36, almost 37 years, and I'm going to tell you, they're not all they cracked up to be. Even I, as fabulous as I am and all of my greatness, I suck. I'm a man. I'm not great. Now, there's some really trifling ladies out there. You hoes know who I'm talking about. But they, I said hoes, but mostly, for the most part, it seems like men just intrinsically do not always meet the standard, or they don't always are honest with you or transparent with you or as committed or giving as you would like them to be. So it's important, I think, Iris, to just say you've had a troubled past emotionally. I think there's even more troubled past emotions, I think, stemming from various different parts of your early development, maybe a complicated family dynamic or complicated relationship dynamic around you. I think that those things have left some scarring. I think that the loss of a fiance would fuck anybody up, rightly so. That's a heartbreak I have thankfully never felt, knock on wood. And my heart breaks for you. But I think if you can make sure that you're being as self care as possible, doing as much self care as possible, I think doing some real internal work and healing is important. I think that at the end of the day, you need to love you. I think you need to love you. I think come out of the mindset of the one as it extends to an external person and focus on the one that's right here. Because at the end of the day, he or she is all you got. They're all you have. They're it. You can have family, you can have friends, you can have lovers, you can have boy toys, you can have you can have a lot. But if you don't have love here in here where it really matters, it's always going to be skewed. So go inside, find that love, and enjoy that love, because it makes it then easier for you to love others. I think that deserves a clink. Cheers, ladies and gents. Cheers. Click. Yes, Jessica Ballard. What you said, though, oh my God, I love Jessica Ballard. I love me some Jessica Ballard. That's real life. She came to me from Sarah Bagan. I'm now obsessed. Look at this greedy bitch. Melissa June Daniels says, choice between two guys or neither. Try again with the former flame or give the new younger guy a chance. Elizabeth, put that comment up there. This chick, I'm about that. I love me some of what just went down there. Okay, thanks, babe. It says, Melissa Daniels, greedy Gus. It says, choice between two guys or neither. Try again with the former love flame, or or give the new younger guy a chance, or just keep doing me solo. Let's see. And Iris, I love you too. Thank you for letting me read you, and thank you for letting me expose kind of like details of your life before you've even lived them. It's not an easy thing. Everybody in the comment section, show Iris some love, because that's not an easy thing to do. All right, this is for Melissa. Melissa wants to know, is it best for her to fly solo, or should she go with these other men? She's got two other guys. First, let's find out if it's best that Melissa goes solo. Love her, it's best you go solo. I'll tell you why. Everybody who's a fan of Coffee with Ken Boggle, and you all have watched me for years and those kinds of things, you know what I'm about to talk about. I've done a yes or no spread. There are 5 cards. Each card in the deck has a value of yes or no. Logically, statistically, the way the cards are numbered of values of yes and no, you should pull a 3-card yes most frequently. Okay. And it's just the math of it. And no matter how psychic you are, no matter how gifted you are intuitively, if you're not logical and rational, then you're in the wrong game. You have to think logically. So when I get a 3-card yes, I consider it sort of like a 75% yes. It's not like a full yes. It's more like a maybe. When I get a 4-card yes, it's definitely a yes, especially if those cards are made up of the major arcana. If I get a 5-card yes, then the answer is absolutely. Yeah. You drew a 4-card yes that it's best for you to spend time alone. And I think that we should talk about why. One is that you're terribly logical, rational, you're stable, and you're steady on your own. You have an ability to balance yourself and your needs, and you're terribly intelligent. So I think that you yourself are probably the best person to be in a relationship with, I think. Yeah, Justice, what a smart lady. Damn, Melissa, you don't play around, do you? But the other card that has a value of yes, you should be alone is actually the Hermit. So it's kind of perfectly about being alone. It's perfectly about being alone. It means follow your own light, support yourself, wrap around you the things you care the most about, be introspective, follow your own path. And even when you're around others, maybe keeping a track on who you are and how you feel on the inside is very, very important to you. I think that you would find a lot of mental peace and relaxation a lot of mental peace and relaxation from being single. That's, I think relationships have probably been a really, I think that you've put a value on relationships that are not that are sort of too high. I think you value it a little too much. I think you have fun in them because this guy popped up. I think you have fun in them. I think, and just excuse me, but we're going to be realistic here. I think that you're probably really great intimately. I think that you probably have a lot of really great intimate experiences. But I think that that's probably that probably changes, and it becomes sort of attached, and it becomes sort of heavy. Then they start taking your mental peace. You become mentally restless. You're very unhappy. Then you start going inside and thinking, oh my God, what's going on? Why can't I make anything work out with these guys? Is it me? Is it them? Should I let them go? And you just don't do very, very well with that, Melissa. Not when it comes to like long-term relationships, and that's okay. I think that yes, you need to focus on yourself. Now, having said that, Queen of Coins, having said that, I think that it's really important for you to have suitors in your life. I think it's important for you to maybe have what do they call that? Friends with benefits. I think friends with benefits is probably great with you, as long as you don't allow them to get in too close, Melissa. I think maybe the closeness is what it's what gets to you. You're one of these amazing. You're one of these amazing. What do they call that? A contrast. You're an amazing contrasted person. You have a wonderful way of speaking to people and communicating to people, and you love people, but at the same time, you don't. You want people to know you. You want people to experience you. You want people to make you happy and to make them happy, but then you don't. So you like you, and I think that's fabulous. If it were me, what would I do? What would I do? I'd sleep with both of them, that's for sure. Mm. No, yeah, I'd sleep with both of them for a while. I'd sleep with both of them for as long as I get away with it. If they know about each other and they've had negative COVID tests, very important. They must know about each other. They must be completely aware of it, and they must be negative for COVID. Those are the rules. Um, but I think like I think I would just play the field. In my life, I'm willing to entertain romance. I'm willing to entertain romance. I'm willing to entertain a relationship. I would like to meet a wonderful, good-looking man who is reasonably intelligent and talented, and to have some kind of sexual attraction to him. I would love to find that. I would love to then cultivate a great relationship with them. However, I don't know that I would then. I don't know that I would then go whole hog with it. I don't know that I would do that. I think I would just not. Instead, I think I would enjoy them for who they are, ask that they enjoy me, and maybe be committed in a relationship, just us. But I'm never going to get married again. I don't know if anybody will ever live with me again. I mean, you all will. You're coming to the Mystical Emporium. You're going to go to Airbnb. You're going to click on Frankfort, Kentucky. You're going to come look up your buddy Ken Boggle. You're going to book a room, and we're going to, watch 80s movies, maybe Risky Business. Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't you love to just sit down today with me and have a catered meal and watch Risky Business? Doesn't it sound amazing? I don't know. Anyway, Melissa says spot on. Ken, wow. Thank you, dear. Good advice. Yeah, girl, do you. Do you. I support that. I think men are a lovely distraction for you. They're not essential, but they serve their purpose. Good God. I'd sleep with them both. I would say, hey, look, guy one, there's a younger guy who's, hitting it the right way. I'm going to have to dance with that for a while. You can either stay around or not. But I believe the honesty of that. You have to be honest. For example, do I think me going out last night to hang out with my friends and stuff would please someone who I am dating, a relationship of some kind? No, I'm certain it wouldn't. But what I would do is I would always be honest about it. I would say, well, sorry, these are my friends. This is what I'm doing. You can't control my life. But you and I can still date. As long as everybody's honest and knows about each other, then it should be groovy. Okay, let's get cracking. Thank you everybody for your questions. Let's get cracking on the Tarot Weekly Forecast. We're going to draw cards. We're going to start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so here's your Tarot Weekly Forecast. If you're ready for it and you're on Facebook, hit me with those emojis. Make sure you're sharing. Share this with everybody. Maybe put a warning sign on it. Warning, adult content. If you're going to be a bitch about it, then don't watch. If you're not going to be a bitch, or you are that kind of bitch, then share with your friends. But certainly share with your friends and family on your Facebook pages, Twitter, and all of your other social media. I'd sure appreciate it. And don't forget, VidiSpace is doing a fantastic, today's the last day, a fantastic thing where they're allowing us to put in a promo code. Elizabeth, if you could, I don't know if you're able to do this, but if you could, in the comment section somewhere, put in what the promo code is so that people can today go log on and get their discounted subscription. I do know that you can use a promo code Tarot Date, all one word, Tarot Date. If you're getting a monthly subscription, it goes down to $3.50. When using promo code Tarot Date. Elizabeth, thank you, baby. She wrote in the promo code by 2020. Okay, so you go to VidiSpace. That's great. So you go to VidiSpace and you click on get a subscription. And then it will ask you if you have a promo code. In the promo code, put in BYE, BYE 2020. All one word, BYE 2020. Yes. Sarah Peterson says, when does season 2 of Tarot Date start again? Well, we filmed season 1. It has been lost. So we started on the VidiSpace app with season 2. We're actually thinking about what season 3 looks like. I've already got a couple of people picked out for season 3. But I'm going to do like an open call thing where you can sort of just message me if you want to be on the show. Then you'll come to my home and we'll film it and things like that. So anyway, promo code by 2020 gets you 66% off, bringing your monthly subscription to Vidi.space to $2.38 for the first 12 months. That means you get content to Tarot Date with me. You get Coffee with Ken Boggle. You get access to the podcast. You get access to the other shows such as Imagination Sessions, which is amazing. You can also get access to various other programs that they have, including these old black and white B horror movies. Totally Elvira, right? Make a frozen pizza, watch zombies, zombie movies from the 60s, or like alien movies from the 60s. It's so cool. Yeah. Get it, VidiSpace, by 2020, 66% off. All right, here we go. Starting Monday. This is going to be Monday, January the 4th, and we're going to go all the way through the week. I'm going to give you a card for each day and tell you how to turn each day into a fabulous day. If you got your pens and paper, make sure you're writing it down. I wouldn't mind having a copy of that myself. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Ooh. Okay, so for Monday, January the 4th, we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is a pretty great card. It's a daydream card. It's imagining what you'd like to have. It's kind of allowing yourself to be lost in daydreaming, in fantasy, and then taking parts of that fantasy or parts of that daydream, pulling them into your reality and manifesting them in a real way. If you don't, Monday, okay, so look, Monday, you're going to kind of be in, it was really pretty and I screwed it up. Anyway, Monday, you're going to be kind of in your own head, and it's going to kind of be very sort of difficult to focus on anything else. So focus on what your fantasies are. Focus on what's good for you and what really turns you on. Monday, make them happen. Make them happen. Otherwise, you'll end up staying still and stagnant, and no good ever comes from that. If you have dreams, if you have ambitions, if you have goals, this is the year to do it. And you got to do it to them good. You got to give it to them real good. So take those fantasies and daydreams and turn them into your reality. Otherwise, you will remain stagnant. Monday's not the day for that. Tuesday, it's time to crack on, time to get to work. Ace of Coins. I know a lot of people are going back to work in the workplace on Monday, which is surely going to be distracting, and there's going to be a lot of things in your head. By Tuesday, you should be more grounded. By Tuesday, you may even experience some kind of financial blessings from the universe or blessings in your home from the universe. Ace of Coins is indicative of blessings, either financial, health, or home. Yeah. Should be positive. Tuesday is a good day. Wednesday's Judgment. Now, Judgment card's pretty great. Now, the Judgment card is loosely based on the Book of Revelations. The angel who is sometimes illustrates God, or sometimes illustrates like your heavenly protectors, is trumpeting good news, and she's actually reawakening some part of you in a really deep, vulnerable, important way. That's why everybody's naked. Yeah, that's why everybody's naked, is because they're vulnerable and because they're new. They've been purified. I didn't really, I'm great at tarot cards, but I really did not know. Wednesday, January the 6th, by the way, is the card we're on. I didn't really know that back here, I thought that these were mountains, but they're not mountains. I wish that this would like focus. There we go. These aren't mountains. This back here, those are waves. The reason all of this is desolate is because it has been purified. It has been cleansed. You know, the Great Flood, you hear about, the ark and things like that. And there's a Great Flood story in every culture in the world. However, this is loosely based on the idea that everything that needed to pass away has passed away. Wednesday, January the 6th is a great day to reimagine. It's a great day to revitalize. It's a great day to wake the fuck up. It's a great day to wake the fuck up. And it's a great day to just allow yourself to feel lifted by the turn of events that are happening in your life. They may seem somewhat challenging, because that's what happens during the process of purification and transformation, right? You kind of struggle, you kind of deal. But Wednesday, the 6th, that's a pretty good day to be on the other side of that. After the flood has come, you'll be lifted up and you'll be revitalized and happy again. This takes us to Thursday. Oh, damn good. Yes. Look at that. How pretty. Thursday is a 7 of coins. This is a karma card. It tells you to plant seeds of good benefit and good fortune. That way, later on, those seeds can be grown into a beautiful bounty of blessings, a great fruition of wonderful, great things in your life. And how do you do that? Okay, you got to realize what karma really is. Okay, karma is not, people say karma's a bitch, or I hope karma finds them. Karma is not an external force per se. It is and it isn't. It's almost like gravity in a way. But karma is about what you say, what you think, and what you do. Okay, so what you say, think, and do all produce karma, and you then have to pay that karma. You cannot escape that karma. Everything is cause and effect. So on Thursday, the 7th, I want you to be making causes and effects that are beautiful. I want you to tend to your garden, care for yourself and those around you in a great way so that it comes back to you. That brings us to Friday, January the 8th. You remember 6 of coins. We did this earlier in the episode, 6 of coins. It's about redistributing wealth. It's about being charitable, not only with money. It's also about being charitable with your energy. I think I'm not in a position to do tremendous amounts of money giving. However, that doesn't excuse me from being charitable, because your energy, your mind, your work, your effort, that kind of stuff's true charity. When we think about the holidays and you think about Christmas, you think about, holiday songs. And one of the songs that I play over and over and over again every Christmas is The Little Drummer Boy. The reason I play it is because I so connect with the narrative of that song. The drummer boy was a poor boy too. He couldn't bring a gift. There was nothing he could give to this born king, right? So instead, what he did was he played his drum. He was made to play the drum. He used that gift to pay to honor the newborn baby, and that to me is the ultimate idea of true charity and true giving. If you can give of yourself, and you can give of your energy, and you can give of your works and your effort, then it pleases God, it pleases the universe, and your karma is good. So that's Friday, January the 8th. You should be generous with your energy, be generous with your money. And I think that's going to be a sweet payday for some of you. I think Friday is going to be a sweet ass payday. So, congratulations. If it is a sweet ass payday for you, I encourage you to not overdo it. Let's not go out and get crunked. Do people still say crunked? Do you all still say crunk? Tore up, lit is another one. I think one could get lit. That's fine. Just don't get crunked. I think. I think. Anyway, if you end up getting crunked on Friday, Saturday, January the 9th will be train wreck. January 9th, Saturday, it is really about being exhausted. You've done a lot of work. You've taken on a lot of different issues in that week. You've sorted through people's problems. You've sorted through your own problems. You've maintained a schedule. You've worked your ass off. Saturday may be a good day for you to chill the fuck out, recoup, rest. What I'm going to encourage all of you to do, I want you to test me. I really want you to test me. Starting today, I would like for you to get a little notebook, even if it's something like this, something kind of like I got this from a bank, like just a bank. Or I'm real keen on these. I want you to get a journal, but it doesn't have to be fabulous. Just get like a steno pad or something. I want you to get a dedicated pad, a dedicated pen. I want you to have them with you. And when you have a moment in the evenings, I want you to get everything that happened out of you. I want you to really decompress. No one else should be reading that. You talk about whatever the fuck it is you need to talk about. And if they're up in your business and they're reading your shit, then they should hit the road anyway. But I want you to take that time today to go get that notebook from tomorrow. Spend every day pulling things out of here, putting them on paper so you can deal with them in the real world. I think that it is the best solution for a 10 of swords. The reason why, 10 of swords means you're mentally overspent, you're exhausted, you're tired, your inner mind swords have been turned inward and you're now detrimental to yourself. Let's change that. Let's change that by keeping our mind states clear of junk. Let's change that by doing the best we can to keep our heads clear, and also to keep our worries from us drowning in our worries and our sorrows, our troubles, and our turmoils. Get that notebook. Start clearing that mind out today. Do it every single day this week. And then let me know next week at 9 a.m. Eastern here on Vidi.space and the Mystical Emporium, Ken Boggle's Mystical Emporium on Facebook. Next weekend at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, if it worked for you. I hope it does. Until then, take good care of yourselves. Take even better care of each other, because at the end of the day, you are your brother's keeper. We are our brother's keeper. There is not a politician who will make our lives better. There are no superheroes. There is no Batman. There is no Superman. What will make the most difference is love, compassion, kindness, unlimited tolerance. Unlimited tolerance. That's what's going to make the world a better place. Your happiness is not independent from the person next to you. Your happiness is not independent from the one who's driving a car and not using a turn signal. You don't know what they're suffering. You don't know what they're going through. Stop being so intense. Forgive, allow, breathe. We're interdependent. We're linked. It's like fish and water. If you fuck with the water, you fuck with the fish. So it's important that we take care of ourselves and take care of each other and take care of our environment. At the end of the day, we're all we have. You may vote it however you wanted to in November, but I guarantee you your day-to-day life is made up of people like me and you who are living our lives together. Our lives in no way, shape, or form will be positively affected by whatever political party you're in or whatever banner you carry. Love each other, because at the end of the day, that's all that fucking matters. I'll see you next week.